This is Garry's Mod, a game where, well, you can pretty much do almost anything. A mod with mods, if you will. But of course the question has always been, what is the best mod? Or what are the best mods that you could download? And, well, this is obviously an opinion thing. I mean, how do you even quantify what is and isn't a good mod to someone? The prototype mod? It's janky, but it's fun, it's interesting. However, many people would probably not rate it very high due to how broken it currently is. But how about we take a look at 10 mods that truly, ultimately define Garry's Mod for all that it is. And wow, was it hard to get this list together, guys. These are 10 mods that are going to absolutely change your game for the better and give you the ultimate experience when it comes to what this game has. Now, I do want to preface this real quick by saying that these are not in any particular order. Regardless, number 10 is G-Water. Yeah, you know this list is going to be stacked when we start with G-Water. Now, again, that doesn't mean that this is the worst of these 10 mods. I had to start somewhere. This is just a random placement. Where do I even start with G-Water? This mod adds real dynamic fluid physics to Garry's Mod. That's pretty incredible. Source Engine is notoriously very bad at calculating these things. In fact, it pretty much can't even really do it right. But somehow MEE decided, you know what? Nah, screw that. We're gonna add it anyway. Now, of course, this is a very taxing mod, but oh my god, is it so much fun to fill your favorite maps up with water and flood them, and also being able to swim in them too. And there are a bunch of cool settings you can mess with to get everything just right. I had so much fun with this mod, and it just got better and better with updates. So if you want a realistic-ish fluid experience, definitely check out G-Water. Next up at number 9, we have the fully dynamic animated blood mod. This is one I took a look at recently, and it is the ultimate, the absolute best blood mod you can get in Garry's Mod. We got blood splatters, we got blood pooling, and fully customizable to your heart's content. Not only that, but the blood splatters in this mod look freaking phenomenal. I thought we hit peak back in like 2013 with some of those blood textures I saw. Nah, they ain't cutting it. This is the new one. And of course, if you go with the high resolution texture one, holy cow, you're in for a treat. Just make sure you have the horsepower to process all these things. Regardless, if you like gore and blood, you do not want to miss this mod. There are tons of features. Next up, we have BS Mod. Ho ho ho. This mod completely changed combat in Garry's Mod. And if you guys know there's kind of a trend here, all of these mods completely revolutionized the criteria that they fit. So, in terms of combat, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better combat mod than BS Mod. Not only because of, well, just how cool the mod is with, you know, the fists and the interactions and everything. No, we're talking about the executions. And of course, there's been tons of extensions, and we've looked at quite a few of them. In fact, I should really just make a playlist of all of them at this point. And really, these kill animations get better and better every single time. So I do highly recommend you guys to check out BS Mod, and honestly, quite a few of the kill animation extensions if you really want to give Odessa a beating. Now, we are going to stay on track with the whole defining a genre thing. We have the Wbase animation mod, and wow. The amount of extensions in this mod is baffling. Seriously, like, there's a list of all the extensions you can use for all the different mods that require them, and I mean, like, where do we start? For instance, we have the standard sword art mod, an amazing mod that gives you realistic and very Dark Souls-y style action combat. Pretty much if you want an amazing sword fighting action experience, this is going to give you something that could be on par with many games, decades ahead of Garry's Mod's era. And of course, that is literally the tip of the iceberg. We even have an animation mod that we took a look at not too long ago, and that completely overhauled and added new animations into Garry's Mod, bringing the game more to life. And there are tons of other mods that use this as a base, but I had to throw it in here to really include everything. Alright, and of course I did have to talk about this, but come on. Vbase and Base, I couldn't pick one or the other, and I didn't want to take up 2 spots for NPC bases, so I threw them all in one pack. Now, of course, I also didn't want to make this too similar to the essential mods for Garry's Mod, which is a video that I will put in the top right corner so you guys can check out if you're new to Garry's Mod. But I mean, come on, how can I make a top 10 list of all time and not include these bases? If you think of an NPC, you're probably thinking of a VJ base or DRG base NPC or Nextbot. I mean, everything from Ploosh to the Trevor Henderson creatures to, oh god, to the back rooms, to SCPs, you name it. All of it has been on one or two more of these bases, so definitely just download both of them, do yourself a favor, they are fantastic and absolutely deserve to be on this list. Number 5, we have vmanip. So what WOS did for third-person animations, vmanip did for first-person animations and functionality. We've seen time and time again in games where you get these cool animations, you get these cool features. Why not bring them into Garry's Mod? Why not just retroactively throw them back into like a almost 20-something-year-old game and see what happens? And wow, the results are stunning. We have flashlights with the proper animations like taking your hand off the weapon. We have quick throw grenades, where you can just quickly throw a grenade out and not have to switch weapons out. Now, of course, some of you guys are knowing a trend here. A lot of these are bases that are built upon. It's a pretty damn good mod and deserves to be on some list. But it's not the most immersive you can get, because that is reserved for spot number 4. We have Gmod VR. That's right, someone added a VR mod to Garry's Mod, and it is freaking amazing. Now, I did try it quite a few years back, and it was okay, but I also tried it more recently with the proper mods, which there are plenty of, and it really feels like a full-fledged VR game, something you could buy on Steam and just play to your heart's content. But of course, you don't have to pay it, it's a free mod. Although someone better be giving this guy money, because goddamn, this thing is brilliant. It truly does feel immersive. It feels like a real VR experience. It's not half-baked or anything. Tons of features to mess with too. And overall, I just love seeing more games being converted into VR. This definitely deserves a spot on this list. And number 3, we have the Lambda Players and the Zeta Players. Now, I know the Lambda Players is kind of the upgraded version of the Zeta Players, but they're both great, and wow. This is a revolution on NPCs alone. And yes, it deserves to be up here with all these greats. So if you guys don't know what Lambda Players does, it pretty much tries to emulate other real players, and you would be surprised at how accurate it really is. Spawning them in, they have random names, they start chatting in the voice chat, they start spawning stuff in, they start killing random people for no reason, and just like a lot of things on this list, like I mentioned earlier, it is expandable. There are a ton of extensions for this mod, things that add in other things from other mods into these NPCs. It blew my mind the first time with Zeta Players. My mind was blown, double whammy with Lambda Players. Going on to number 2, once again a good reminder, these are not in any specific order. We have the Modern Warfare base and the Arc 9 base. Once again, I could not choose one, but I would be absolutely livid if I did not in some way include some kind of weapon base. Now, I could have chose like a weapon or a weapon pack. That's not good enough. These again are expandable and they work fantastically. So I mean, the Modern Warfare base, it's the base that I use all the time. There's tons of great weapons, the animations are absolutely killer, so good job on the creator for that. Again, you can customize the weapons, add perks, different attachments, all the goodies. And the Arc 9 base, holy cow, this base is all about details. You can go into each specific of all the weapons, and you can see statistics on like punch through, RPM, rounds, all this stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure in my video I didn't get to go super deep into this because there was just so much to look at, but there's a ton of great weapons on this base. It feels the most realistic. Definitely check out the Arc 9 base, but the Modern Warfare base is still pretty good. And now we've hit the final one. Once again, not in any particular order. Take a drink every time I've said that. We have the Infinite Map base. How could I not include this on this list? My god. MEE literally came out and straight up said, you want limits? How about none? I mean, you guys have probably seen the maps I've done. Infinite Flat Grass, it's phenomenal. There are even people porting maps from other games in their full size into Garry's Mod using the Infinite Map base. And we've seen quite a few of those from the GTA series. We've even seen goddamn Rome, Italy. I mean, come on now. Because you can explore the entire solar system with this base, which we've seen before, but yeah, that's not even enough either, because someone actually made the entire universe. So get ready for that video. There you guys go, 10 mods that completely revolutionized Garry's Mod and changed the way we see Garry's Mod and Source as a whole. I would love to hear which mods I might have missed down below, and I may even make another list if I really screwed this one up. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching this until the end. I'll see you in the next video, and until next time, farewell.